How can we help the people of Gaza? For too long, we've looked on hopelessly as they have been slaughtered, starved to death, crushed by rubble, and rounded up and shot. Yet, throughout this, their faith remains as strong as a mountain, thanking Allah throughout it all. Many methods of helping them have been proposed. The most underrated is likely phone banking, which is arguably the second best method politically. As an analogy, army ants are one of the most dangerous types of ants, able to rip large animals apart thanks to their sheer number. Though they typically don't attack humans, a few deaths have been reported. If one ant bites you, you'll just squish it. But if you have 100 ants attacking you, they'll bite a good piece of your skin off. What if you're attacked by 500? Then you have a problem. If you're attacked by 500 per day, that damage will add up. A single phone call is like an ant. It can't do anything on its own. But when you have 500 phone calls per day, a politician needs to address them. Because no matter how much APAC money they have, they can't outright buy votes. Because APAC money is just for campaigning, and it doesn't directly buy votes. What is phone banking? How does it work? Phone banking is when large groups of ordinary people call their elected officials, like a bunch of army ants swarming them, every single day. It is known as the second most powerful method to convince politicians, besides meeting them in person. It only takes 5 minutes a day to call all your representatives. And it's really simple. Alhamdulillah, there are numerous success stories of how politicians were pro-Israel, went a little neutral, then called for a permanent ceasefire. One of their staffers called after and said, "Your group's phone calls are being addressed. You are making a difference." So when political staffers note a phone call down, they note your specific concerns, and they also tally all of them and send them to the representative. So that would look like maybe 20 calls for gun violence and then 500 calls for Palestine in a day. That's scary for these politicians. Why am I getting all these calls for Gaza? It tells the politician that this is one of the most important issues their people want, and if they don't do it, they're getting trashed in the election. Over the past few weeks, we already got over 70 representatives who support a permanent ceasefire. This is a massive improvement to a little while ago when the count was 0, because you look anti-Semitic. Now the tide is shifting. Unfortunately, Zionists are more politically active than the average person and already call their and meet with their representatives, making them seem much larger than they actually are. We need to show that they're much smaller than us. We need to show our numbers. We need to be a driving force in ending this genocide. See the description for more information.